guys breathe?
I laughed at Neil when he started laughing. I wanted to laugh too.
Hello, and welcome to this special... Okay, all right.
Dude, I thought we already got past this.
All right. I didn't know we had either. Okay. Now, we're officially going to do it. Yeah, this...
All right, everybody, take a
roll.
breath. Take a breath.
This is how
We're going to start
breathe.
over again.
Take a deep breath.
Take the biggest breath you can.
Hello, and welcome.
You know, I do love it when you do that.
Maybe we should just get started.
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
roll. Who's here? Who's present? We'll
Andy
call
take
a
it.
roll.
Well, roll call. Hello, patrons. This is your special content for this. We like to do this because you are help supporting the show. You're helping us make this really fun show, and we love doing it. And obviously, we like to have a good time and we like to joke around. So, who's here? Kels, are you here?
I believe so, Devo.
Andy, are you here?
M to the B, M to the B, M to the B, 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 M to the B, bang.
And wow, Neil, are you here?
Yeah, I am. Although I'm kind of having second thoughts about it now.
And to all the wonderful patrons out there, we have Macy here, don't we?
Yay!
I am here.
Yay, Macy!
Welcome.
You're getting to meet the super fans on this show. They're the folks who keep the lights on at Brain Ladle headquarters.
Oh, I appreciate it.
So I thought I would do the questions this week, or rather, my lovely wife Emily has done some
Oh,
questions.
no.
Is it airplanes too?
They're not airplanes. They're not.
What about-
they're
what
not
was that once?
Halloween
Mythology?
mythology. They're not mythology.
Oh,
But,
that one made me cry.
But very quickly, Macy, have you listened to old episodes of the show?
Yes.
How far back do you go?
When Andy started.
When it got
Okay.
good.
Wow. Wow. Okay. So these are going to be a little bit older than that because we're going to call this show Backed Into It. That is the title of this show. And what this is a compilation of questions that the Sensei, Neil, apparently pulled out of his right nostril because he had no clue about what the answer was. And he just figured it out. So I've got these questions that have been culled from old episodes that Neil just got the answer right, and we still don't know why. And I'm going to start it off.
Wait a minute. Let me clarify.
He
Neil's
knows all
playing
the
with
right
us.
answers.
Yeah, Neil's playing.
And
So-
Neil's already gotten all these questions right at one point.
Yes. We're going to see if he gets them right again.
Begs the question, why are the rest of us on this podcast at this point?
Well, because presumably, I'm going to just chime in here. When I do that, my brain just makes connections between things, right? And I believe that even though my personal belief is that we don't truly have free will, it feels like we have free will. And so it'll be interesting to see if my brain can make the same connections, or maybe I'll just remember.
Yeah, this is going to turn into Inception at a point. Like, you will get these answers because you will remember a time where you once got these answers.
Well, what we're going to do here is, Neil, in honor of our latest tournament, you are going to start out at 10 points. And everyone else is going to start at 0 points.
Oh my God.
And every one of these questions you don't remember the answer for, you lose a point. Every question that you guys get right, you gain a point. So eventually you're going to meet in the middle.
Okay.
Oh.
So they're going to score 11 points for correct answers, and I'll score -1 point for wrong answers.
Are we just getting 1 point apiece? For
You're getting 1
questions?
point apiece.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so no 10 points. Okay.
No 10 points.
Is
These
there,
are all 1 point questions.
I fear this whole thing is just too simple. Is there a way you can make this more complicated for us? I feel like
We're gonna
I
do
feel
a
like
round
I'm
robin
already going to
tournament.
win, and so I
We're
just
gonna
feel
do-
like
We're going to do a round robin tournament in heats.
oh good.
Each heat is going to be determined by a coin flip.
Just
Now, the
feels like I'm
coin
going to win way
is
too
an
easily.
official South African Krugerrand. If it is not a Krugerrand, the coin flip does not count.
Okay. See,
are
you're
we
picking up
ready?
where I'm laying down. Sure.
Yeah. Are we ready?
Sure.
So, question 1, and backed into it. This is from episode 55, the martial arts episode. I know you all loved that one. What 2004 parody film stars Steve Odekirk as the Chosen One and was made by combining new footage with 1976's Savage Killers?
I'm locked in.
I love Steve Odenkirk. I'm trying to think what movie this would be.
You're likely thinking of Bob Odenkirk.
You're right, I am. Yeah, I have
Steve
no idea who
Odenkirk.
Stephen Odenkirk is then, do I?
Well, he was the
Darn
star
it.
of this film.
Yeah. Bob Odenkirk is from Mr. Show. I'm locked in.
Macy hanging in there?
I'm having a moment.
You?
I'm
You're allowed.
questioning why I volunteered. You said Patreon was going to be fun.
This is going to be fun. Neil, are you locked in?
So you said I managed to answer this somehow?
Yes, correctly. All of these you answered correctly.
You don't have Siri hooked up anymore?
Yeah. No, I'm gonna punt.
You're allowed to punt.
Wow.
All right. So you get to press that button. for
Now
Neil.
Ray Guy comes in for his first punt of the day. Kick is away. There's a high, twisting, hang time spiral.
All right, let's go with Macy.
Kung Fu Panda 2, Electric Boogaloo.
Yeah. That's a fan.
Let's go. let's go with Andy then.
The Mr. Savage Killer Show.
And Kells.
I want to say Kung Pao entered the fist.
The correct answer is Kung Pao, Enter the Fist. The poster art has Steve Odenkirk wielding nunchucks that are made of, I think they're gophers.
Yeah,
Okay.
they are. This movie looked so dumb I couldn't even watch it.
It was so bad. The way that Neil initially got this correct was that he said, I used to play this game called Pai Jiao, and it kind of reminded me of Kung Pao.
I always used to call it Kung Pao
You always see?
after the chicken.
Yes, you always called it Kung Pao, so you answered Kung Pao, and you were correct.
Wow.
That was pretty smart.
Yeah.
Although I feel like you were generous if I just said Kung Pao and you gave me full credit.
Well, I'm not going to count Enter the Fist. It's fine.
Okay.
So that leaves. So Neil has 9, and Kels has 1. Andy and Macy have 0.
Mm-hmm.
Question 2, also from the martial arts episode.
Yeah.
Love that.
I love it when there's the pre-groan.
Utter despair.
Yeah. Of these names, which was not a pallbearer for Bruce Lee?
I remember this one.
Oh, I remember this one.
Steve McQueen, James Coburn, Chuck Norris, George Lazenby, Charles Bronson.
Locked in.
I got this one right the last time.
I got it wrong. I remember who I picked too.
Yeah, I'm locked in.
Okay.
I had a logic the last time. And I'm locked in.
I'm locked in.
All right, Neil.
I don't remember how I backed into it, but I remember the answer being Bronson.
Macy.
I said Chuck Norris.
Kells.
I kind of remember Andy's logic because he said, if you go for the name that doesn't seem like it belong, that it doesn't belong, you would say George Lazenby, who is it's who I picked the first time because he was so out of place. But I vaguely remember the answer being Charles Bronson, so I went with Charles Bronson.
And Andy.
I swear to God, I was trying to remember my logic and couldn't come up with it. I thought to myself, there's something about George Lazenby. He doesn't seem like it fits in there. So I'm going with him. I'm an idiot.
Well, the correct answer is Charles Bronson. The Sensei Neil.
The only
Back
time
to
George
the-
Lazenby's been picked twice, by the way, in the history of his life. The only guy not to repeat in 007.
So the Sensei got this answer right on the show. This time, I'm sure it's because. Well, how did you get this answer this time, Neil?
Yeah.
I just kind of remembered that it was Bronson. I don't know. I remember that was the right answer.
Well, the last game we played, that this was the question, episode 55, you said, and I quote, of those guys, I'm going to pick the one that sounds like he doesn't do kung fu. Charles Bronson.
Well, that was really stupid.
Oh,
Why
that's
would I
classic.
have thought that George Lazenby does kung fu? That's
I don't know. That's what you said. Because he was a James Bond, maybe?
Who'd have thought he did acting?
Question 3 is from one of our very first episodes. It's from episode 3,
Oh my gosh.
Gold. The Gold episode.
Gold.
You know, gold was discovered in Sutter's Mill, California in 1849.
I've
I already
heard.
forgot that.
Yeah.
The Golden Sombrero is a dubious award given to a baseball player that has done what? 4 times in a single game.
Locked in.
I'm locked in.
Crap, all right, I'm locked in.
Okay. Let's go with Andy.
Erred?
Let's go with Kills.
Struck out.
Macy.
I said striking out.
And Neil.
I also said striking out because it sounds like kind of a negative thing, and
Apologies to our listeners south of the border that sombreros would consider to be a negative thing.
I suspect that this probably started being called a golden sombrero a long time ago, when it was a less PC world.
Well, the correct answer is strikeout. And Neil, you just employed the same logic that you employed last time you backed
Wow. Yeah. Meanwhile, I'm one question away from the golden sombrero over here. Just in case anybody's keeping score.
Now, this next question, question 4, is from episode 4, which is all about cats.
Oh.
Oh.
What is the average lifespan of the domesticated cat? Is it 12, 15, or 18 years?
Oh, I can probably remember, if I think hard enough, being pissed off that Neil backed into this.
Okay, I'm locked in.
Locked in.
I'm locked in.
I'm thinking I'm locked in.
All right, Macy, what you got?
I said 15.
Neil?
I just took the average of those 3 numbers and came up, and it's 15.
Kills?
I picked 15 because it was in the middle.
Me too.
Andy?
I picked 12. Come on, golden sombrero.
Looks like you've got your sombrero, Andy.
Yeah, golden sombrero!
The
I
correct
want to
answer
thank
is-
everybody that made this possible. Neil. And Neil. And also Neil.
The correct answer is 15 years.
No.
Now, your logic this time was even more interesting than last time, Neil. Last time your logic was, well, I've heard of a cat that's 12 years. I haven't heard of a cat that's 18 years, so I'm going to go with 15 years.
Yeah.
I remember that because that was recorded in Kel's apartment, and
It was.
I remember that final question was just awful.
It really was.
It
We've gotten a lot better.
How many different names are there for cougars, basically?
Yeah,
That one.
there are a lot.
A lot.
I remember that was one of mine, I think, because I used to read Louis L'Amour westerns. So, David, I'm going to be clear. I'm keeping score here, so I don't get any points for a correct answer, right?
You just
Nope.
stay where you are.
I just lose one if I get it wrong. Okay.
You lose one if you get it wrong.
So you're still at 9.
I'm at 9. I've got Kells at 4, Macy with 2, and Andy is awesome.
Yeah.
Swinging and missing.
It's a nice round number for Andy.
This one is from.
If you strike out 5 times in a row, you're called a Red Sox.
Ooh.
Wow. That wasn't necessary.
Really?
It was.
Unnecessary roughness, 15-yard penalty.
It's 15-yard penalty.
Yeah, that was a little low, man.
And lost him down.
Sorry.
That's okay. I understand you're getting a little salty.
Yeah.
This is from episode 5, which is Cities and States. I believe Kells wrote these questions.
Ooh, I did.
The original film capital was in Fort Lee, which was in this state.
I'm locked in.
Locked in.
Locked in.
I'm going to do my best Davo impression here and say, locked in?
What do you got, Andy?
Arizona?
Macy?
It's in New Jersey.
Kells?
Oh, right. The Edison Studios.
Yeah, New Jersey.
Son of
And Neil?
My logic this time is Edison kind of, if he didn't, I don't think he didn't invent motion pictures, but he kind of popularized it in the States, and his stuff was in his offices were in New Jersey.
New Jersey is the correct answer, and your logic holds true. 120 episodes from now, back in the day.
Yeah, because they moved out to Hollywood to
avoid taxes.
Yeah, taxes and any kind of litigation. They figure who would want to travel out to California, all the way from New Jersey to deal with it.
And now California's on fire. Coincidence?
Oh.
This next question is from the episode number 7, all about candy. I believe I wrote these questions.
Yeah, you did.
Cocoa production has shifted from the Americas to West Africa in the 21st century due to climate change and other factors. Which African country leads the way with almost 33% of the world's total production? Is it Ghana, Ivory Coast, Nigeria, or Cameroon?
Côte d'Ivoire.
You know, I think I remember my logic for this one, and it's not logic.
Oh,
I'm gonna start
I don't
thinking
remember
it's-
this answer.
I'm locked in.
Said Ghana, Côte d'Ivoire.
No, I said Ivory Coast. You're a fancy pants.
No,
Well, Ivory
that's
Coast isn't the name anymore. They
it's
changed
Côte.
it.
It's Côte d'Ivoire.
I'm locked in.
I know they changed it. I like giving Kells grief about his Sporkle addiction.
It's not sparkle. It's French.
Your geography quizzes.
Your stupid French addiction.
Your stupid addiction to that romance language.
So Cameroon, Ghana, Ivory Coast, and was there a fourth? Was it Nigeria?
It was Ghana.
Ghana,
How do you say it again?
Côte d'Ivoire.
Côte d'Ivoire.
There you go.
Ew.
Yeah, Nigeria and Cameroon.
Okay. Why not? I'm locked in.
What are you locked in with?
I say Cameroon.
Cameroon? Macy?
Cameroon sounds the most candy-like, so Cameroon.
That's the reason I went with it.
Andy?
I've stopped even thinking anymore because the thinking's hurting. It's not helping. I just randomly picked Ghana. I have no reason at all.
And
None.
Neil, give me some logic.
So here's how I solved it today. And I think it's probably what I would have done 2 years ago when we recorded that. Since this is something I have absolutely no knowledge about, chocolate is dark, right? And ivory is light. So I would pick Côte d'Ivoire.
If this is right, it's a window real close.
Well, take a breath before you jump, Kells. It's Côte d'Ivoire.
Oh my gosh. Come on, man. How does it hurt worse this time?
So is that what I said last time?
That is what you said last time. Yeah.
Come on.
We've got a couple presidents questions coming up.
That was
So
Andy's episode.
I wrote these.
Andy's
I think that was
episode.
Andy's first episode.
Oh, I'm going to get some right.
We hope
This would be
so.
episode 14.
I think this was my I call it executive branch. I believe this is my premiere episode.
It might be.
I don't think it's the first one you played in. It's the first one you presented
questions
questions.
for.
Right, I did questions before I played.
Did you?
So this is my premiere episode. I was a guest host.
What common phrase that is used most often today did Martin Van Buren popularize?
Oh my gosh.
Now, per Andy, this is written in the question, per Andy, it didn't exist before his presidency.
Locked in.
Oh, I'm locked in. Sorry.
Okay.
I'm curious if my logic is different now because I remember why now.
I have no idea. I'm locked in.
All right, Neil, what do you got?
So Martin Van Buren was known as Old Kinderhook, and so my answer is okay.
Kells.
I like Wish You Were Here, an album by Pink Floyd. So I said, Welcome to the Machine.
Macy.
Van Buren, I never heard of her.
Andy.
Standing for all correct. Figure that out. It's okay.
Well, the logic is the same. The answer is okay. You're like a finely crafted watch of trivia excellence, Neil.
I mean, to be fair,
Wow.
you're picking like 10 questions that I guessed correctly out of hundreds that I've answered.
But the point is, you had no basis for knowing any of this crap. Especially the sports one, which you are a avowed sports hater.
Oh, is there a sports one coming?
Yes,
It's
and you
gotta
already
be.
got a sports one right.
Oh yeah, the baseball one.
Oh yeah, the baseball one.
And see, the only reason I got that right is because I don't know much about baseball, so I just guessed something that would happen several times in a game.
Oh boy.
It's got you there.
Oh boy. So what are the scores, please?
I've got let's see, Andy with 1, Macy 3, Kells 5, and I have 9 with 3 questions to go.
So he missed the first one and
Yeah.
has gone on a tear.
Yeah, and Macy, this is what it was like. Except it was 24 questions and a final
In which we got kneed in the face.
over and over.
I mean, come on. Who won these like the Cats episode and the Candy one? I didn't win
You
all
did.
of them, did I?
You
think
did.
I'm pretty sure you won the Cats one. 'Cause
You won Cats. You won Candy. I think you won Presidents.
So
Okay, well, let's just move on then.
Okay.
the theme.
The theme of this episode is. This is also from the President's episode. Episode number 14. This president was such an armchair quarterback, he sent a play to the Washington Redskins coach, George Allen.
Locked in.
Andy locked in so fast you would think the president was from Chicago, but I don't think that fits. I gotta guess. I'm locked in.
Neil?
Yeah, I'll lock in with a guess.
Macy?
Yeah, I have a guess too.
Macy, what's your guess?
I said George W.
Kells?
I went with Nixon.
Andy?
Nixon.
Yes.
Neil?
Until recently, I would say probably the president arrogant enough to know that he was, or to believe that he could call NFL play would be Richard Nixon. So that's my answer.
And that is the logic you used last time.
Yeah.
It
Richard
sounded
Nixon is
familiar.
correct. I believe it was more what's the word? Tactfully phrased as it sounds like something he would have done.
Yeah, we're done being tactful now.
This is Patreon. They know how we are.
Right.
So, one of my favorite episodes, I really enjoyed writing these questions. It was the taco episode.
Oh, the taco episode.
There is episode 15, Macy. It is all about tacos.
I remember that
How did you
finally.
do 24 questions in a final? With
It wasn't easy.
It was a stretch.
It took me hours.
Wasn't completely valid.
So the question was that Neil just Backed into. And this is a multiple choice, so that's part of the backing into. What does tortilla mean?
Oh, right.
Your choices are little bread, little cake, little plate, little corn.
I'm locked in.
Oh, I remember this one made me angry. I'm locked in.
I'm locked in.
Macy?
Okay, I think torta is cake, so I'm going with a little cake.
Kells?
I think I probably put the same thing again. I said little bread.
Andy?
I'm torn between little plate and little bread. I think it's little bread.
Neil?
I agree with Macy. A tort is kind of a like a pie, or
I'm getting angry
I think
again.
of it as a pie, but yeah. Anyway, that's my answer. Is little cake.
It would seem that you have a Padawan learner. The answer is little cake.
Of course it is, because why not?
I do Duolingo, y'all.
Wow.
You haven't missed a question since we started.
I missed that first one.
The point is you didn't try.
Yeah, that's true. But I mean, because I had no, I didn't. I couldn't. I don't have no idea how I got to Kung Pao. That was just weird.
That was really weird. That's why I wanted to start the episode with Kung Pao, because that was just, oh my god. And the final question, which is also from the taco episode.
Oh, come on, man.
Weird Al Yankovic released his album Off the Deep End way back when in 1992. This album contained the hit Smells Like Nirvana, but it also contained a song called Taco Grande. What song is this a parody of? The hint that I will offer, which will probably not help Macy in the slightest.
Okay.
It was a very popular one-hit wonder from 1992.
I think I remember this and I'm locked in.
Yeah, I'm gonna lock it. Just based on what it sounds like, I'm gonna.
This song leaped to mind as soon as you started talking. I don't know if I'm remembering it or I'm remembering my wrong answer.
I mean, I've had both happen to me this evening.
And it's weird. I'm kind of a Big Al fan, and I don't actually remember. I don't know if I don't remember that album very well.
So, are we all locked in?
Yes.
Macy, what's your answer to this question?
To be honest, I already forgot what the question was, but I wrote down Taco Bell commercial.
Might as well be. Andy, what's your answer?
Macarena?
Kells, what's your answer?
I said Baby Got Back.
Neil, what is your answer?
You guys are gonna be so mad at me if I get this right.
Yes, we will.
Did Weird Al sing something like Taco Grande?
He did.
Rico Suave.
Rico Suave.
Wow. Just like old times.
So, Neil, what are the final scores?
Andy got 2 correct.
Yeah.
Macy kicked his butt and got 4 correct.
Woo!
Kells got 6, and I got 9.
Just like old
Of course.
times, everybody.
This was
Yeah,
a fun
thanks for
one.
helping us reminisce, Davo. That was fun.
Hey, I there's more coming. She's got a pretty exhaustive list.
I think we're good. I think she's proved her point.
So tell me, what on Patreon, those of you who really like this, reminiscing about how Neil is the sensei and somehow backs into questions. In the trivia world, that's called a good pull. He does that quite a bit. If you like it, let us know. And I'm sure we can do 2, 3, 10 of these. I don't know. So thank you all very much for playing and reminiscing about Neil's dominance. Thank you all of our wonderful patrons. Without you, we really couldn't do this. This is a labor of love, but your help enables us to do it a little easier, and it helps us make the show better and extend our reach and get to have fun guests on and get to appear on other shows. It's just really great that you do this for us. So from all of us here at the Brain Ladle Trivia Podcast, this is Davo with Macy,
Bye-bye.
Kells,
Hey, after competing against Neil, does Sound of Silence play in anybody else's head?
Andy.
So long, Ratty Magazine at a Chinese restaurant in Tampa Bay, Florida in 1986.
And Neil.
That was how I got the Applewhite question for the.
I know. I know. Still remember.
They had that magazine there for like 3 or 4 years.
We should contact them and get that for our archives.
We really should.
I'll see if they're still around.
All right, guys. Was that fun?
I peaked in high school, I know.
You
What
didn't
up?
peak in high school.
We all peaked in high school in some ways.
Oh, God, not me.
Did you guys hear me say we were recording?
I did, Neil. I'm ready. The preceding podcast was presented by Brain Ladle Productions. All rights reserved.